and how your journey actually started.
My journey kind of, like we were talking in the morning, began explicitly in 2005 after I came back from the US. So
Okay.
I was in the US for 4 years.
Okay.
I did my master's.
Okay.
I went there for studying
Okay. MS.
MS and half of a PhD.
Okay.
I completed half of my PhD.
Okay.
So I was there for 4 years, and then I came back. I did not like the social life there. It was too suffocating. There's no spirit, in India at least. Even if you are a beggar, even if you don't have anything in your pockets, you still have spiritually you're free. You see.
So, one of my friend who has gone from IIT and now he's doing she have done MS and PhD. Doing that, he will be telling, Bumada, one even a bird also I won't be able to see. Then neither I won't get that emotions everywhere. And not from one place to other place, same scenery goes on.
Right. It's just you have the freeways. So you have the city kind of blocks, city blocks, and then kind of there are exits to go on the freeway.
Okay.
So the fast roads, the freeway. So those are highways, and they have lanes. So you have to be in that lane, and kind of the same exit wherever you're going out. So the exits come on the, So if you're going to one locality, that's this exit. So then you kind of just go towards, the exit, change your lanes and go towards the exit and go up. So it's all a very pre-programmed, boxed life. And like your friend was saying, that there is no, it's like it's just completely so dry and lifeless and just robots, robotic.
So all will be becoming robots there.
They have become already since many years, because the West has kind of, West and the US the most kind of has had a great deal of material development a long time back. We are still much behind. That's why our villages, the rural people are still trying to, aspiring towards that city life. That's the reason why all these hill villages also.
They will be feeling that is the best.
That we also want that.
So that is the.
No one wants to get left out.
Okay,
did my master's from the US and half of my PhD there. So it was already 4 years. So I kind of, I was at that point of time, you don't realize all these things as to, that you're in the US, you're on full scholarship, you're in a top 5 school. So why kind of am I not feeling motivated? At that point of time, it will just kind of make you more confused and make you more depressed. As to why is this happening? But like I said, by that time I was already kind of getting close to 26, and I just lost motivation for all of that. And graduation from his family. So my mother especially, kind of had this some greater aspiration. She didn't necessarily have something very religious or spiritual or whatever, but she kind of had this unspoken, unnamed desire. And one of those, her influences also was Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna, of course. So in fact, when I was 6 or 7, we had gone to Kanyakumari, and then there is the Vivekananda Memorial and all that. So all those images were very strong in my mind, and then with from that place we had brought just a few
books
from the Advaita Ashram books and all that. Just a small biography and all those things. So those books of mine, which were from that time, they were still there in my bookcase, in my drawers somewhere. And for the first 26 years of my life, I never read. I never read anything outside of academia. Why? Because my mom was, trying too hard. So and my nature kind of always repelled that. So I kind of deliberately did not have any interest in reading. But when I came back, and in that month, I just after that opening, after that clearing, I just kind of naturally see when that obstacle is gone. Now the frameworks breaking is not just the frameworks breaking and new frameworks coming in. So that process is useless. That you had these old frameworks, and then you went through some circumstance, and they broke, but now you have new ones. You yourself build a new ones. It didn't happen that way. For me, the framework breaking meant that the whole, construct of the ego itself broke. So from that point on, I no longer had to be hooked onto a ego pursuit, like the world is pursuit, is hooked on to. And I was already kind of, like I said, going close to 26. And I had a strong nature already, always. But then being an Indian son, and you have your own distinct pressures and responsibilities and all that. So earlier, of course, there was no way of breaking all those things. But by this time now, I was a free man. And I was already kind of, my age was always already kind of good enough. So then, when you have that clearing, then you don't sit inside. You said then.